The father who wanted too much. Imagine wanting a big family so badly that you'd do anything to keep it together, even if that meant hiring a hitman. Meet Daniel Grayson. Daniel loves kids. No, seriously. Not just one or two, he wants a dynasty. Lucky for him, his wife Sarah is just as obsessed with building a massive family. So they get to work. First comes one child, then another and another. By the year 2000, they have 4 kids. But that's nowhere near enough for Daniel and Sarah. They keep going. More late-night rendezvous, more crying newborns. By 2017, their tally hits 10. Then tragedy strikes. One of their children passes away from sudden infant death syndrome. Heartbroken, they do what they do best, make another baby. Back to 10. Daniel, Sarah, and their 10 children are the picture-perfect religious family, devoted to faith, discipline, and apparently expansion. But 10 still isn't enough. One day, while on a road trip in their RV, Sarah stumbles across a post on a homeschooling forum. Another couple, Matthew and Lisa Cortez, are struggling. They have 6 kids and can't handle them all. They need help. Sarah doesn't hesitate. We'll take them. The Graysons and Cortezes meet, and Daniel and Sarah drive off with 5 of the 6 Cortez children. The one left behind? A special needs child the Graysons simply opt out of. Subscribe, share, like, follow, and to your favorites and save. We love you all. The father who wanted 2 more too. Now their household is bursting with 15 kids. They homeschool them, enforce strict rules, and keep their home spotless, mostly by making the kids clean. Surprisingly, the Cortez children seem happy there. Meanwhile, the Cortezes regret giving up their kids. They stay in contact, visiting twice a year. But as time passes, the Graysons decide their 19-square-foot house isn't big enough, so they move from Washington to Texas. And while they're at it, they make the adoption official. The Cortezes, now feeling the full weight of their loss, react in the most bizarre way possible. They have another baby. And then, inexplicably, they move closer to the Graysons in Texas, as if they can undo their past choices. Then they have another baby. Daniel and Sarah can't wrap their heads around it. You gave away 5 kids, and now you're having more? Resentment brews. The once cordial relationship dissolves into tension, judgment, and whispers of betrayal. Finally, the Graysons say, enough. They pack up and move, again, this time to Utah, and they don't tell the Cortezes where they're going. By 2020, the Graysons are still expanding. Sarah gets pregnant again. 16 kids, plus Daniel's elderly parents, all crammed into a 7-bedroom house. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is the Cortezes. The feud is now in full force. The Cortezes start calling in welfare checks, hoping to expose the Graysons for mistreating the kids. The Graysons retaliate by cutting off all contact. The battle lines are drawn. Last part coming soon. The father who wanted 2 more 3. The real problem is the Cortezes. The feud is now in full force. The Cortezes start calling in welfare checks, hoping to expose the Graysons for mistreating the kids. The Graysons retaliate by cutting off all contact. The battle lines are drawn. And then Daniel Grayson makes a decision that will change everything. He logs onto the dark web. He wants the Cortezes gone. He finds a hitman for hire site, submits his request. He even uploads photos of Matthew and Lisa Cortez, sends a $16,000 Bitcoin payment. Then panic sets in. What am I doing? He cancels the order. The next day, he changes his mind again and resubmits the hit. This time, he even asks for a discount since both targets live in the same house. But here's the thing. That hitman site, it's a scam. Some guys in Romania pocket his Bitcoin and disappear. But Daniel's problems are far from over. Unbeknownst to him, a British hacker has been monitoring that fake hitman website. And he's been feeding all the information to TV producers, making a crime documentary. And the FBI, they track the payment, trace the messages, and then, bam, Daniel Grayson is arrested. He takes a plea deal, 7 years in prison. And Sarah? She's left to raise 16 children alone, with no money, no support, relying entirely on charity to survive. A family built on faith, numbers, and control, reduced to chaos by a desperate decision. Some people dream of having it all, but sometimes too much is just too much. Please subscribe, share, comment, follow, like, and save. We loves you all.